morning. So like I mentioned, we do 45 minutes of a really gentle half yoga, half mobility, really restorative, kind of full body routine, and then a 15-minute sound healing. And at the beginning of every class, we will just say our name and like a 1 or 2 word intention of how you want to feel kind of going into the week or into the day. So I'll go first. So the intention that I am setting is being like really in rhythm, in sync, in flow, and just kind of like finding kind of like some sync and getting in a rhythm in life, in routines. So which is going well, but continuing to dive into that to really start the week. And we'll start with Roshana.
I'll say intentional action. Intentional aligned action. Yeah.
Perfect. And
I'll say for this week it would definitely be like similar to the discipline of routine because I've been traveling a lot, so getting focused and really being present in each of the moments, not being distracted. Either phone or anything that's all around me. So.
Perfect. Well, you're in the perfect place, and after class, I'm gonna also share with you like a little app and kind of thing where you can meet people in Austin. That was really helpful when I moved here. So I'll share that with you after class too. All right, ladies, so we will start flat on our back for our first few minutes and really get grounded, the routine of the intentions of action, routine, being in sync, being in rhythm. So just starting with a big deep breath in, filling your belly, filling your heart. And exhale, let go of the day. Another breath in, filling your belly, filling your heart. And an exhale, let go. One more breath in, filling your belly, filling your heart. Exhale, release. Beginning with little windshield wipers side to side. Letting those knees drop off to each side here. Feeling that stretch through the hips, the lower back. And get the last one to the side. Taking your left foot outside of your right knee, pulling your right knee towards the floor, 30-second hold. Trying to find length through the breath. One more breath on this side. Letting go of that side, crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Exhale and pull the knee towards the floor, 30-second hold, stretching out that left side of the lower back. Just using this moment to scan your body. Notice if you're holding your breath. Taking intentional breaths to ground down into our practice. Letting go of that left knee, come back to our center position. Tuck your hips so your lower back is pressed into the ground. Lift your right leg up towards the sky, grabbing your right calf. Exhale and pull your shin towards your forehead, stretching out your hamstring and keeping your tailbone glued to the ground, 30 seconds here. An option to give your calf and your Achilles a squeeze with your hands. I like to run my middle fingers down the middle of the calf and just give that a squeeze, and that can help stretch out any tight calves. Pressing with all of the 4 fingers right down the middle, might be a little tight. Give that calf one last squeeze down the middle. And taking your right knee, bending it in towards your chest. Exhale, pull the knee to the center of your chest, just a 20-second hold. With each exhale, pulling that right knee a bit closer to the chest. One last breath on this right knee. Taking your right ankle, crossing it over the left thigh. Supine figure 4. Lift the left foot off the ground. And for today's version, you can do a gentle rock slightly side to side. I like to use my hands to press the right knee away. Just a gentle sway of the hips. You'll get a little different angle through that lower back and that glute. Last little rock side to side, extending the left leg straight. Right leg comes across the body, supine twist, driving that right knee to the floor. 30-second static holds, looking over that right shoulder. Pull the left knee to the floor as you look over that right shoulder, stretching the right fingertips away from you. Breathing in that intention of taking action and already feeling more grounded and in sync with your routine just by showing up on your mat today. Letting go of the right side, coming back to the center. We'll switch to the other side. Make sure to center your hips before we do. Lifting the left leg to the ceiling, grabbing your left calf. Exhale, pull your shin towards your forehead. In about 30 seconds here, hamstring stretch with the option to give that calf and Achilles a squeeze using your main 4 fingers. Applying some pressure. And the calf muscle actually splits down the middle. There's 2 parts of your calf, so you'll kind of feel right down the middle there where that section of the calves meet. About one last breath here. Releasing any tension through the breath. Bending your left knee. Exhale and pull it to the center of your chest. 20-second hold. Finding that length through the spine. Trying to hug that knee a bit tighter to your chest. Last breath. Shifting into our supine figure 4. This time with our side-to-side variation. Using your hand or your elbow to press the knee away, securing that foot and that knee in place. And just a gentle side-to-side rock. You'll feel little different angles of the glutes, the hip, and the lower back here. Breathing into that hip and that lower back. Loosening up the body, last breath here. Extend the right leg straight. Pull the left leg across the body, supine twist to the left. 30-second holds, looking over that left shoulder as you pull the left knee towards the floor. Full deep breath. Again, just notice if you're feeling tense. And allow yourself to soften 10% more. Let go of that left side, come back to the center. 2 more on our back here. Bring your feet outside of your mat and let your knees concave in towards each other. 30-second hold. Getting into our hip capsules with about 10% effort, actively pulling the knees towards each other to feel that little extra intensity through the stretch. One last breath. Coming out of that internal rotation stretch, and last one on our back, we'll stretch out our spine, lifting our toes up and over our head. 30-second hold here. Little spinal decompression, using your hands for support. An option to drop your knees outside of your ears. And just about 20 more seconds to hold. Using your hands for as much support as you need. One more breath. Rolling your way out of that kind of candlestick and making your way into a seated cross-shin position. Taking a moment to arrive and starting with some shoulder rolls up, back, down, and forwards. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling as you roll the shoulders back, melting any tension out of the neck. Last shoulder roll backwards. Next one, taking your left hand long outside your body, right hand comes outside of your temple. Exhale, gently pull your ear towards your shoulder, sliding your hand towards the back side of your head. Ever so gently bring your chin towards your chest. 30-second hold here. And we're not pulling on the neck, just gently guiding, and you'll feel a deep stretch all the way down this left trap. Make sure to breathe into that upper back. Lengthening that middle finger of the left hand away from you. Imagine all of the stress releasing out through the breath. Coming back to our tilted position, inhaling through the center for a moment. Exhale, switching to the other side, gently pull the ear to the shoulder, slide the hand to the back side of the head, and gently tilt the chin towards the chest. 30-second hold. And you'll feel all that tension running down that trap and back side of the neck. Remember to breathe. Again, we're not forcing with our hands, just gently guiding and supporting as you reach that right arm away. If you feel a little bit of numbness through the arm, that's normal. One more breath here. Great job with the breath. Letting go of that side. Spinal twist, bringing your left hand outside of your right leg. Exhale, twist towards the back wall. 10-second hold. Inhaling through the center and switching to the other side. Exhale, twist, bring out that spine like a towel. Back to the center, bringing your left leg forward, right leg is bent, getting into our hips. Inhale to reach up, and then exhale, forward fold over the left leg. 30-second hold. Option to, just like we massaged the calf, to squeeze through the arch of the foot, taking the 4 main fingers and pressing it into the center of the arch of your foot. just an option. And I like to imagine any stress, any dense energy just exiting out through the bottoms of my feet. Knowing that the bottoms of the feet can hold a lot of pressure points that connect with other organs and parts of your body. Knowing that your breath, your energy, and your body are all in sync with each other. One last breath here. Coming up to the top, sending our left leg out to the side. Today we're going to get our reaching across variation of our side bend to really get some extra lat stretch. So exhale, bring the right arm up to the ear, side bend, 30-second hold. Try to really rotate your chest towards the ceiling and straighten your right arm, reaching that right middle finger towards the wall. Great job staying with the breath. It can be easy to hold the breath here, but breathe into that right side, 10 more seconds. Last breath. Coming up to the top, hands come in front, come onto that right knee. We're gonna get a few adductor stretches while we're in this kind of side position. Exhale, sit your hips back, hold for a moment. Inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, sit back, hold for a moment. Inhale, rock forwards. Bringing your left hand behind your head. Try to make sure your left foot is flat on the floor for a little extra stability. Inhale, drop your left elbow to your right thumb. Exhale, open your chest and your left arm towards the door. 2 more here. Inhale, drop the left elbow to the right thumb. Exhale, press the right hand through the floor, open the chest, hold for a moment. One more big breath in, drop that elbow down. Exhale, open twist, hold for 10 seconds at the top. Really try to open the chest. You'll feel your lower back here. Dropping that hand to the floor. Taking a seat back into our kind of half split here, and then simply switching to the right leg, repeating those 3 poses. So inhale, reaching up to the top. Exhale, fold forward, 30-second hold. Reaching the crown of your head towards the top of your foot. Pressing option, press your middle primary forefingers down the arch of your foot. Give a release for those arches, those tendons. Remembering that your feet hold connection with a lot of different parts of your body. Just noticing if any areas feel tense. Maybe pressing into that area a bit more. The big exhale. Letting go of that dense energy. Coming up to the top, sliding the right leg out to the side into our intense kind of side bend here. Exhale, reach now the left arm overhead, trying to straighten out that arm, 30-second hold, rotating the chest towards the ceiling, remembering to breathe. Feeling that expansion through that left rib cage. Staying in sync with your breath, finding that rhythm. One more breath here. Pressing up to the top, sending the hands forward and landing onto that left knee into our adductor stretch. Sitting our hips back with an exhale, sit back, stretching that inner thigh. Inhale, rocking forwards. Exhale, sitting the hips back. Inhale, rocking forwards. Right hand comes behind the head. I recommend sliding the foot in a bit and trying to place it flat on the floor for a little support. Inhale, dropping the right elbow into the left thumb. Exhale, open the chest, press through that bottom arm. Inhale, dropping the right elbow into the left thumb. Exhale, open, press through the floor. One more here, biggest breath in. Exhale, open the chest. 10-second hold at the top, twisting a bit more. And bringing the hand down to the floor. This time simply bringing the right leg back to transition right into our tabletop. Beginning with our cat-cow, starting with an exhale, rounding up to the top. Inhale, arch the belly, arch the back, drop the belly. Flowing at your own pace for the next 30 seconds, leading with the breath with an exhale to the top. And an inhale to arch. Finding your own flow, your own rhythm. And noticing, are you staying in sync with your breath, with your movement, and how your body is wanting to flow today? Knowing that each day may look different than the last. And just trusting the ebbs and the flows of wherever you are at today. We'll get a last cat-cow here. Inching our arms forward into our regular puppy dog, dropping our chest, chin or forehead can be on the floor, whichever feels more comfortable. 30-second hold, opening up the chest here. Trying to find that openness through your shoulders, your chest, your armpits. About 2 more breaths with each exhale. Can you let that chest and that heart open towards the ground? Last breath here. Bringing our elbows underneath us and then bringing our knees and our feet out to the side, 30 seconds into our frog. Option to have your feet wide or your feet together. And just a 30-second hold, allowing those hips to open a bit more. Trying to let your belly relax. Again, noticing if you're holding the breath. One more breath here. Lowering all the way onto your belly, bringing your feet about hip distance apart, and then pressing up into our upward facing dog for about a 20-second hold, drawing your core in, squeezing your quads for a little extra compression of the spine, pulling your shoulder blades back. One more breath here. Tucking your toes and pressing up and back into our downward facing dog, 30 seconds here. Options to pedal out the heels, also an option to do a little shoulder shrug. And noticing where your hands and your feet connect with the ground underneath you. Last little pedaling out of the heels, tippy-toeing up towards the hands, toes facing slightly in, our spinal decompression, tucking your hands underneath your toes, Tuck your chin and 20-second hold, pulling yourself towards the ceiling. You might feel a little pops through your shoulders, your lower back. Doing just about 10% effort, pulling yourself towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Letting go of the hands, interlace the hands behind your back. Straighten out the knees, lock out the arms. Exhale, forward fold with our shoulder stretch variation, 30-second fold. If this is too much on the shoulders, you can also do a regular forward fold. Maybe shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. Letting go of any thoughts that do not align with the actions you are desiring to take. Continuing to reach those knuckles towards the floor, 10 more seconds. Letting go of the hands and starting to roll up one single vertebrae at a time, nice and slow, like a string is pulling you up towards the ceiling, chin and head hang heavy. Slowly rolling up to the top. Head is going to finish last, palms facing forward. Chin comes down to your chest, and we'll take our 2 slow neck circles each direction, starting to the right. Your arms, again, might feel a little bit numb, but take your time through 2 slow circles to the right. Actively pulling your hands towards the floor, chin finishes on the chest. 1 breath in. Breath out, recommit to pulling your hands towards the floor, tilt your ear to the left, 2 slow circles the other way. Tracing that chin along the chest, 1 more circle. Chin finishes on the chest for the 2nd circle, coming back up to a neutral position. Some slow arm circles are variation where we create tension through our arms. So we're going to make some circles backwards and forwards, but they'll be slow. So making a fist, pretend like you're holding 10-pound weights. Start to flex, reach your arms up like a front raise. Ribs stay down, core in. Arms come up to the ears, start to rotate your palms backwards, keep your shoulder blades pulled down, shoulders should be a little bit burning. Arms are going to finish by your glutes. Reverse directions, keep your ribs down, core tight, start to reach your arms behind, reaching up, again arms should be a little bit burning. You're holding 10-pound dumbbells, lowering down by your hips. 1 breath to reset. Exhale. Flex your whole body, squeeze your glutes. 1 more rep, reach your arms in front. We're flexing through the circle. Arms come up to the ears, ribs down. Start to rotate your hands to the back wall. Might feel a little bit of crunchiness. Hands meet down by your sides. Reverse directions, you're still holding 10-pound weights. Triceps should feel it, shoulders shaking a bit. Arms come up to the ears. Lowering down with control. Hands meet on your thighs and then returning back down the way that you came. Rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. We'll meet all the way into our high plank. In our high plank, 30 seconds of a scapula push-up, which is lowering your shoulder blades down and then pressing your shoulder blades up. A little bit of work here. Shoulders sink down, pressing up to the top, 20 more seconds. It's just about a 2-inch movement up and back down. You should feel a little bit of heat, you're almost there. We'll get 1 last shoulder shrug, lowering down to your push-up to upward facing dog. Sit the hips back, child's pose with our elbows variation. Reaching your hands behind your back, 30 seconds to reset, opening the shoulders here. allowing your heart to open, maybe inching your elbows 1 inch further forward, just letting those shoulders simmer down just a bit. Last breath here. Coming back into our tabletop, we'll get one more round of our cat-cow and just notice if you can feel a difference in that shoulder spaciousness, starting with your exhale, rounding up to the top, press to the shoulders. Can you get a little higher this time? Inhale to arch, lift the belly, or drop the belly, lift the gaze. Continuing at your own pace for the next 30 seconds. As long as you are in sync with that breath. Inhaling as you arch, exhaling as you round. Trust your body, trust the rhythms. Moving your mind out of the way and letting your body lead. We'll get one last cat-cow here. This time for our puppy dog, bringing your hands to the right side of your mat. Your left palm is going to go on top of your right palm for a little variation. Dropping your chest, you'll feel slightly more of a stretch through the left shoulder. Today's variation, palms are just on top of each other. It's a little more subtle than the one with our thumb up. Allowing that left side of your body to lengthen. Maybe let your ear rest on that left bicep. Just noticing the subtle differences through that spine. Get one more breath on this side, opening up that rib cage. Inching over to the left side of your mat, left palm on the floor, right palm right on top, and then leaning slightly into that right shoulder. 30 seconds here, breathing into that right shoulder. Maybe letting that ear rest onto that bicep. Just relaxing the body, opening up that right rib cage, 10 more seconds. Coming back to the center on our elbows once again. One more round of our frog. And option, maybe if you did the variation with your knees 90 degrees, maybe you try the variation with your feet together and vice versa. Just noticing you can try out that other variation as an option. Trying to stay relaxed through the belly, relaxed through the shoulder blades. Just 10 more seconds here, allowing the hips to open. And sliding forward onto our belly, this time staying on the ground. Sending our right ear to the floor, right arm straight to the side with your palm facing down. Kick your left leg up and over, 30 seconds of our scorpion. But once you arrive in this challenging position, allow your head to melt and rest into the floor. Not resisting, but instead surrendering. Allowing your breath, finding that rhythm in your breath to relax you. 10 more seconds, rolling onto that right shoulder. One more breath. onto that other side, this time sending your left arm to the side, left ear comes to the floor, kicking the right leg up and over and rolling onto that left side. Again, let your left ear and head rest into the ground, opening that right knee and leaning onto that left shoulder. Noticing your breath. Are you still breathing? Move the mind out of the way, listening to the body. Last breath here. Rolling out of that side. One more 20-second hold in our upward facing dog. So squeezing the quads, core drawn in, rolling up towards the ceiling. Opening the heart, feeling the lower back compress. Noticing if the spine is feeling more open. One more breath. And tucking the toes and pressing up and back into our downward facing dog. Just a couple more minutes of now some hips to go. But for now, just pedal out those heels for about 30 seconds. Imagine the thoughts releasing through the top of your head. One last breath in this downward facing dog. Taking your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the right hip, and tracing 3 big circles backwards. Taking your time, staying active through the shoulders. One last circle. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee through the center, stepping all the way through. Back knee is going to stay straight. Hands come inside of the right foot. You're going to reach your right arm up and back like a semicircle, reaching towards your back hamstring, and then reaching the arm back to meet the inside of your foot. 30 seconds here, pretty challenging with keeping that left leg straight. Eyes follow your hand. You might feel a little burning through the quads, about 10 more seconds. Keep that knee mostly straight if possible. Last one, hand meets inside of the right foot. This time dropping the back knee, dropping down to the elbows if possible. 30-second hold, and let your right knee fall way out to the side. You're almost there. Opening through the hips. About 10 more seconds here. Last breath. Sending the hip back into our half split. Today's variation, more of a windshield wiper side to side with that right leg. It's a little internal rotation. And towards the end range, you'll notice the leg might shake a bit, especially as you turn the leg in. Making sure to breathe, finding that mix of being gentle while also finding your edges. Get last little windshield wiper in and out. This time, bending the leg forward, sending the right ankle to the left wrist into our pigeon pose. 3 forward folds here. Reaching the chest long, exhale, forward fold over the right leg. Almost there, inhale, pressing up. Exhale, forward fold, reach the chest long over the right leg. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, this time forward fold, but left arm reaches to the right side of the mat. 30 seconds, twisted pigeon, very challenging pose. Breathe into the right hip and the left rib, letting your ear rest on that left bicep. Trying to stay relaxed through that right glute. Again, pretty intense on the hips here. 15 more seconds. Last breath. Sliding the left hand back towards the foot. Hands meet outside of your shoulders. Tuck your left toes, pressing up out of that pigeon pose. Step the right foot back into a high plank, and then immediately up and back into your downward facing dog. Last breath here. Lifting your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the left hip, tracing 3 big circles around. Take your time. Staying active through the shoulders. Trying to go 1 centimeter further, really stretching that edge. Last circle. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, step it all the way through. Your hands meet inside of your left foot. Right leg is going to stay squeezed as best as possible. Left arm starts to sweep up and back towards the back hamstring, making an arc, and then reaching up and over. Hand comes inside the foot. 30 seconds at your own pace. Trying to make that big circle, reaching towards the back leg. You feel those legs start to shake. 10 more seconds here. Opening up the spine and the hips. Last one. Hand comes inside of the foot, dropping the back knee, letting the left knee hang out to the side, and if possible, dropping down to the elbows. We're into our final few stretches here. More seconds here. Soften through the upper body. 2 final poses to go. Sending that hip back into our half split with our windshield wiper variation. Nice flat spine, internal rotation and external rotation with that leg. Just noticing how that subtle change in the angle affects your body. Maybe a little bit of shaking when you turn that leg in. Breathe and just notice. Last one. Inching that left foot towards the right wrist. Sending the knee forward. 3 forward folds, last pose of the day. Exhale, forward fold over that left knee. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, forward fold, reach the chest long. Inhale, reaching up. Last one, exhale, melt over the leg, right arm across the body. Final 30-second pose of the day. Letting yourself rest heavy. Staying in sync and in rhythm with the breath. You're doing a great job with the breathing. Taking just one last breath here. Whenever you feel complete, making your way flat to your back with your heads facing the bowls into your Savasana, palms facing up to receive. Now would be a good time to grab a sip of water if you need it. And last 10 to 15 minutes will be our sound healing. You're back. It's that summer weather. We will transition. Just close your eyes. Start to transition towards our sound healing. So just close your eyes. Stay present with your breath. And just notice how you are feeling before versus now. Remembering that intention that you set at the beginning of class. We'll begin our sound healing in about 30 seconds. And if this is your first sound bath healing, just know there's nothing you need to do. Just being open to receiving. If thoughts come up, that is perfectly okay. And our intention today is going to be our same intention of being in rhythm and in sync. So whatever it is that means to you. And we will begin. trust the thing